What's up, everybody? Liv here. Welcome back to the channel and thank you guys for watching. So by the time you get this, it might be a little after Christmas, but Merry Christmas to you anyway. Happy New Year, Feliz Navidad, all that good stuff. Wishing you great wellness, prosperity, and health. And if you guys haven't already, please like and subscribe and share if you care. It helps with the algorithm. So in a previous video, I talked about the Sauer P226 Legion single action only, right? And I love this gun. I love this gun. It's amazing. Brownell sent this over to the channel, so thank you, Brownells. I truly appreciate it. But this is an amazing firearm. So I have been online and I was wondering about the Springfield Armory, the Prodigy, the 4.2 inch version. So I'm doing my research as I tend to do, and I read somewhere in a comment, I forgot which video it was on, but I read a comment and it said that with all the problems that the Prodigy was having, you might as well get the P226 Legion single action only and do away with all the problems, go after something that's proven. So I said, well, I got my hands on this and Brownell sent this over, and so I was like, well, let me see. So this is not really a comparison video, but I'm going to go over some specifications of both firearms, and then I'm going to go over some similarities and differences and whether that person was right, that perhaps you should go with the P226, or if taking a chance on the Prodigy is actually the way to go. All right, so before we get started, both these firearms are unloaded. All right, and so we're going to go over the specifications and then we're going to go over some similarities and differences. All right, so here we go. With the Springfield Prodigy, it's a 1911/2011 double stack hammer fire semi-automatic 9mm pistol. It comes with 17+1 and 20+1 magazines. If you live in a restricted state, then obviously it's 10+1. It has ambi safety, a match grade barrel at 4.25 inches. It is optics ready. These sights come with a green fiber optics front sight with a black serrated rear, and it weighs about 32.5 ounces. As for the SIG 226 single action only Legion, is a single action only hammer fire semi-automatic 9mm pistol. It comes with a 10+1 or 15+1 capacity magazine, and they send 3 in the box. A carbon steel 4.4 inch barrel. It comes with a Romeo 1 Pro red dot, G10 grips, X-ray day and night sights, and it weighs about 33 ounces. All right, so again, this is not really a comparison video. This is more of just my thoughts between these two pistols. All right, now for the record, I have about 200 rounds of the Prodigy, and I have about 240-ish, maybe even 50 rounds in the 226 Legion. Neither one of them had any malfunctions. I shot them both right out of the box. I didn't add any lube and not one malfunction. All right, so there's that. All right, similarities. Number one, they're both accurate. They're both accurate pistols, and I think that's due to the sights. Okay, we'll get into that a little bit later. It's due to the weight of the firearm, the design of the firearm. I know with the Prodigy, it has the match grade barrel, but the longer slide on the Legion and the carbon steel barrel, for whatever reason, make this firearm very accurate. Okay, they both have amazing triggers. Okay, so again, both firearms are unloaded. This is the Prodigy. It is a 1911 trigger. Little bit of take up. That's the wall. Very crisp, very crisp. Here is the reset. Very short. And again, a clean break. The trigger is amazing. And by the way, that slide is really nice too. All right, as for the Legion, all right, it's a single action only, so the trigger pull is going to be the same no matter what. This is not the double action, single action version, it's the single action only. So just like the 1911 or double stack 1911 on the Prodigy, it's going to be the same pull every single time, okay? So it's a little bit more take up, right? Which is not bad because it gives you a reference of where the wall is going to be. So if you ever had to make a last second decision on maybe you don't want to pull that trigger, that helps you with that slack in the take up. So take up, wall, break. Very nice, very consistent, reset, very short, break again. So both of the triggers are very nice. They both come with a red dot capability. The plates for the Prodigy has not come out yet, but they both come with the options for an optic, okay? With the SIG, you can get this single action only with or without the Romeo on top, okay? They both have great ergonomics. 1911s are known for their ergonomics, so just feels great in the hand, feels natural. That angle, I'm not sure the degree of the angle, but it just feels really good. And when you go to pick up the 226, it just feels good. I mean, that beaver tail really allows me to get my hand on the grip, as well as the Prodigy. I mean, the Prodigy and the beaver tail is really nice. The grip safety isn't that bad. I mean, to be honest, I didn't have issues with it. I know that some people thought that it could have been done a little better, or it could have been better made, I should say, but I was fine with it. But I'm also not a 1911 connoisseur, so I don't know, it could be room for improvement. But as far as the ergos are concerned, I felt very comfortable with them. They both have ambi safeties. On the Prodigy, I think it's more comfortable to actuate. Like, I felt good manipulating it with one hand. It wasn't as stiff as the SIG. I thought the SIG, well, see, it kind of is stiffer and I have to hold it. I think it protrudes out nicely, right? I just think it's harder to actuate. And I think the safety on the Prodigy is just perfect. It could protrude out a little bit more, but that's just me nitpicking. I was really comfortable actuating the safety. Again, with the red dots and the optics, I think you can get the Dragonfly optic that I think comes with this. I forgot to add that part. I just saw it in my notes. So I think there is a optic that Springfield Armory makes for this firearm, but you don't have to use it if you don't want to. Sorry, I meant to add that earlier. And at the end of the day, they're just great looking. The SIG has a classic handgun look. It looks really good, okay? And the Prodigy looks really good too. They designed this really well, and I know they copied a little bit from Staccato, but it just looks good. I mean, they did a really good job with that. I'm not even going front. All right, we're gonna get into some differences. So as you can see on the Prodigy, you have a grip safety, whereas on the P226, you don't even have to worry about that. I did like that this shot similar to a 1911 as far as the trigger consistency, but there was no grip to fumble with, okay? Next, the Prodigy has the double stack magazines, okay? Connecticut or the restricted states, you get your 10. So to be honest, it's really a bummer because these new firearms are coming out with larger capacity magazines, and for Connecticut, it doesn't even matter. And obviously for the 226, again, 10, and it is not double stack, but if you live in a free state, it is 15. If you live in a free state for the Prodigy, you get one flush fitting mag, which is 17 plus 1, and then you get the base plate, which is 20 plus 1. Okay, again, restricted state, you're going to get 10. Doesn't matter. The Prodigy has the match grade barrel. Now, again, it aids in its accuracy, right, being match grade, and so that is really nice to have. I'm not going to pretend that I know everything about a barrel, because I do not. All right, you need to go to somebody else who can give you more details on that. But it does come in a match grade barrel, and then obviously this is a carbon steel barrel. So, but they both accurate to me. The pull weight on the triggers are about 3 pounds. And again, I know I said they're similar because they're really amazing triggers, but the obvious difference between them is that obviously this is a curved trigger, okay? So it kind of curves to the I guess the palm of your finger, okay? Whereas the P226 has more of a obviously straight trigger, and obviously when you break it, it gets to 90 degrees, okay? So that's a little bit of the difference, but as far as how it functions, they're very similar as far as being able to follow up with quick shots and the consistency of the pull, okay? One of the difference with the sights is that with the Prodigy has a fiber optic front sight, but you have the rear serrated sight in the back. If you need to, rack it off something, you have the ledge there, okay? But you do not have any night sights in the back. Whereas on the 226, you have the green front post, okay? And then you can't see because the optic is up here, but you have tritium in the back. They're blacked out rear, serrated, but it's tritium inside. So they can aid as day and night sights, whereas the Prodigy just work as day sights, okay? Reliability. Okay, so as far as I'm concerned, with my 200 rounds and 240 or 250 rounds, I didn't have any reliability issues. That is not a true testament for reliability, okay? So I'm gonna be honest and say that. But I didn't have any malfunctions with either pistol. I can only go on my experience. This is a sample size of 1 for the Prodigy, sample size of 1 for the P226. The P226 has a history of being reliable and durable, dependable, people trusted with their lives, military, law enforcement, concealed carriers, all that good stuff. The Prodigy just came to the market, okay? And the 5-inch has had a lot of issues with reliability. In the 4 1/4 inch, which is this, it didn't have as many issues that I've seen online, but people did say that there were some issues. So where it is not without fault. However, I didn't have any issues, okay? So that's that. But as far as reliability is concerned, this is proven. Hands down proven. This has some time to go, but it is a great option if you want to get into the 1911 realm, okay, into that world. Versatility. The Prodigy will probably be used as home defense and primarily carry and duty. I meant to say in duty as well. The P226 will be used as home defense, carry. People use it for competition. Law enforcement use it. Military has used it. So it's very versatile on what you can use. Truck gun as well. But I simply think the 226 is more versatile. Flare magwell. In the Prodigy, you can see that the magwell is flared, okay? So when you go to reload a mag, it's easier, okay? In the 226, on the outside, it looks flared, but if you look at the square inside, it's not. Okay, it's just a square, it's not flared. So if you're using for competition or duty, you want to do a fast reload, you might have a little bit of a hiccup with that, whereas on the Prodigy, it has more of a flared mag well. Let me see if you can see that. Okay. All right, so which one to buy? That's what you're here for, right? Which one to buy? I'm gonna be honest with you. If you are the type of person that is, listen, I want something that's proven. I want something I can depend on. I want something that's reliable. I want something that I know is going to work all of the time. Like, I don't want to think about nothing. And I don't care if it's a 1911, 2011. I just want a battle gun. The SIG 226 is for you. Now, it could be single action only, or it could be double action, single action. In this case, I compared to single action only. But if that's what you want, then you're going to look at the P226 Legion, single action only firearm. That's just it. It's going to be for you. But if you're the type of person that want to get into the 1911 game, okay? You like that price point of about $1,500, $1,600, with the potential that this firearm is going to be absolutely great, because let's be honest, Springfield was able to mass produce this, and we didn't think that that will really be a thing in the 1911, 2011 world. I should say 2011 because obviously 1911s are a little bit different, but Prodigy, Springfield said this is a 1911 double stack. They don't call it a 2011. Semantics. But if you really want to get into the 2011 game and you want to be able to afford it and you want to be able to have a platform where you can make it into your own, if you want to build upon what it has, if you want to wait around to see what Springfield offers as far as like enhancing it and really getting it at the top of its game, which it has the potential to be there, then this is the way you want to go. It's almost like, do you want a house that's turnkey, or do you want a house that you can build on and make your own? I think that sums it up. I think that sums it up, because with the single action only Legion, there's nothing else you need to do. With the 2011, you can definitely build upon this and make it your own. Both are great options. You have to decide what's best for you. Now, again, the price point is the same. $15, $16. Take away the optic, it might be $15, $15. Same price point. Okay? So that's for you to decide. I'm just here to present the information. All right? So outside of that, that was a lot, but let me know your thoughts on it. Let me know how you feel about both platforms. Let me know if you already have them, if you had any issues with them, how you feel about it, and we could talk about it down in the comment section. So that's it, and that's all. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you're doing well. Treat one another with kindness, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks. Peace.